and become as dead men. And the angel answered and said unto the woman, Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified. He is not here.
So when they got there, at the end of the Sabbath, while it was yet dark, Jesus was gone. So it ain't even morning time yet. So there go Sunday morning, and he rose on Sunday morning. But let's find something else out. Let's go to Matthew chapter 12, because in the theory that Jesus rose on Sunday morning, they also put in there he died on Friday night. You understand? See, what's going on when you get into the scriptures is people don't know that there is more than just one Sabbath day. So when you was reading the scriptures and they said that he was preparing and they was preparing for the Sabbath right before he died, you know, he was our Passover. The Sabbath they was dealing with then, it was the unleavened bread. That's the Sabbath they was preparing for. But at any rate, we're going to let the book give us some more understanding on this thing. Matthew chapter 12, and pick this up in verse 38.
Then certain of the scribes and of the Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we will see a sign from thee. But he answered and said unto them, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
Wait a minute now. Did we just get that right, brother?
That's right.
Didn't it say, just like Jonah was going to be in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights, so was Jesus going to be in the heart of the earth? Now, let's do a little math real quick. We got Good Friday. That's the day Jesus died, right? That's what they say, right? Okay. Then we got Friday. Let's say he died Friday morning. What the heck? So he was in there all day Friday, Friday night, Saturday night. Shoot, if you really want to do it right, I guess Sunday and Sunday night he rose on Monday. That's not right. But what I am trying to let you see is that he was in there for 3 days and 3 nights. So obviously, if they got there before Sunday came, at the end of the Sabbath, before the sun came up on Sunday, they just got there and he was gone, then that means that he didn't die on Friday. Furthermore, we got to go and re-examine all that we done learned and we building our faith off of that. Now I'm going to tell you real quick, he died on a Wednesday. And he resurrected Saturday evening, going, sometime before it became, before it got to Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? He died somewhere up in there. That's 3 days and 3 nights. You can do the math on your own. But that's not, I'm just trying to show you the myths that is put out there that we support as people to try to say we're supposed to go to church on Sunday. But we're not going to read that in the Bible. As a matter of fact, let us go on over to Acts chapter 15. Because after Jesus died, we're going to see if they changed the day that they worshiped on. You understand? Because, we know everybody going to tell you what, before Jesus was on the scene, they kept the Sabbath day, and it was the Jewish Sabbath day. But the Christians, we deal with Sunday. Well, let's see what the Christians were dealing with in the book of Acts. Let's read this verse in Acts chapter 15, verse 21.
For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogue every Sabbath day.
Every Sabbath day. That's when they were going to the synagogue. Why were they going to the synagogues every Sabbath day? Let's go to Leviticus 23. I'm going to show you why. And then he said Moses is being read in the Sabbath, on the Sabbath day in the synagogue. Like it's simple to me. You understand? Because I'm not trying to interpret this on my own. I'm not trying to do what I feel like doing. I'm doing what God has commanded. And we read at the beginning of the class, God is going to take every work into judgment based off of what? The commandments. Ain't that right? Ain't that what He's going to judge us off of His law, right? I mean, man, they judge us off the law. So what makes you think God any different? Or what makes you think God don't have a law? I mean, a strict way of telling you what to and not to do. Because if He don't have that on the day of judgment, then you're going to have complete chaos. Because we going to be sitting there like, Lord, we did what you said on Saturday. And somebody else going to be saying, well, Lord, I thought it was okay to do it on Sunday. And you're going to be expecting the same. We're going to both be trying to get salvation. But it's only one Lord and one faith and one baptism. Only one of us can be right. So we're going to prove that Saturday, the seventh day of the week, is the Sabbath. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1. And we're going to keep it quick. I probably won't have like 3 more scriptures because I feel like the story is already told when we just combobulate what happened when Jesus resurrected. But I understand we need to get a little more further proof because we're going to see some beautiful things about this Sabbath in a minute. Leviticus 23 and 1. Go ahead, my brother.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speaking to the children of Israel.
So the Lord, right? He talking to Moses. The Lord, it wasn't like Moses said, well, Lord, can we do this on this? No. So we already read in Genesis, he said he blessed and sanctified this day. So now, sometime later, he about to give Moses what day he needs to come and have his holy convocation. Oh, never caught that word, huh? Go look up convocation. It means to gather. That's what church is. That's why they was down there every Sabbath day at the synagogue. Well, I'm going to let the book tell you this. Go ahead.
And say, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
Go ahead.
6 days shall work be done. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. In all your dwellings. Now, if you keep reading that chapter, you're going to find that the Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread was there too. And as a matter of fact, just because I brought up the Feast of Unleavened Bread, why don't you do me a favor and read verse 6 as well? Okay. And on the 15th day of the same month is the Feast of Unleavened Bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Go ahead. In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. See, so what I'm trying to show you is when we was back there in Matthew, and when you read in the story of Matthew and you see that they was going and preparing the day that Jesus died, they was preparing for the Sabbath. That was a high day. That was a feast day. But the weekly Sabbath was based off of the creation. 6 days man is supposed to work, and the 7th day is the Sabbath. And we just read here in Leviticus 23, he said, this is the day we have our holy convocation. But let's go on over to let's go to Ezekiel chapter 20, because we're going to see where the obedience came in at. This is the reason why we ain't doing it now, because the children of Israel didn't do what they was told to do in Exodus 19. They was told to go and preach this gospel to the whole world. But hey, how you going to preach something you're not doing? You understand what I'm saying? So let's go to Ezekiel chapter 20, and we're going to read a couple of verses here. And after that, we got 2 more, and that's a wrap for this. Because I don't feel like we have to just pound it in your head. If you choose to be obedient, you will. And if you don't, well, then you'll suffer the own consequences. You will see, because God don't judge you by this. So go ahead, Ezekiel chapter 20, pick it up in verse 13. But the house of Israel rebelled.
See, but the house of Israel rebelled. Go ahead.
Against me in the wilderness. Mm-hmm. They walk not in my statutes, and they despise my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. Right. See, you won't live in this if you do it. You won't live this life. Like every Sabbath, I'm keeping a holy convocation. And I'm doing the things the Lord requires. This is my life. Because I'm trying to get my salvation. Furthermore, I'm trying to help you get yours. But go ahead. And take your time. And my Sabbath, they greatly polluted. Mm-hmm. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them. See what happened? He said, my Sabbath, they polluted it. And he was like, but I was going to pour out my fury in the wilderness. But go ahead, though. But I wrought my name's sake, that it should not be polluted before the heathen, in whose sight I brought them up. Yet also I lift up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I had given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands, because they despise my judgments, and walk not in my statutes, but pollute my Sabbath, for their heart went after their idols. Just like to this day, we pollute the Lord's Sabbath day, and our heart go after idols. And one of them idols that we go after is the sun god. Go peep out what the sun god is. That's where we get our Christmas from. That's where we get our Easter from.